Mark Twain famously said, "Buy land. They're not making it anymore." Great advice, Mark, but you didn't have to deal with UK mortgage rates in 2026, did you? The burning question right now is simple. Where can you still find a thriving community, decent pubs, and a house price that doesn't make you want to weep? That's why I found 15 best market towns to live in the UK that make sense to move in 2026. Now, to be clear, we aren't just looking for the cheapest places to live, because let's be honest, cheap often means a boarded up high street and a bus that turns up once a leap year. We're looking for the best places, places where locals absolutely do not hold back, to find the towns that offer genuine value, a brilliant lifestyle, and a solid investment for the future. We're talking about the good, the bad, the ugly, and the numbers that actually matter. No fluff, just the raw reality of making a move that adds up. And I promise you, number one is going to surprise you with just how perfect it is. We're starting off in the absolute lungs of the UK, Keswick in Cumbria. Keswick isn't just a town, it's a lifestyle statement. If your idea of a commute involves waterproofs and a Wainwright walk before breakfast, this is the place. It's got that rugged, stone-built charm that feels like it's been here since the dawn of time. But let's be real for a second. Living here is different from visiting. Locals specifically warn that in winter it can feel a bit hollowed out by second homes. Other one pointed out the madness of people working in Keswick but having to commute from miles away because housing stock is so tight. It's a bit of a battleground between the Airbnb empire and the actual community. But if you can snag a place, you're waking up to views that people pay thousands to see for a week. It's vibrant, it's wet, very wet, and it's breathtaking. Just don't expect a buzzing nightlife unless your idea of a rave is a pint of ale and a border collie. The numbers: median home price is £282,000, rent is £1,400 plus per month, household income is about £30,000, cost of living is high, tourist premium. Moving down to number 14, we've got the rebellious sibling of the Cotswolds, Stroud in Gloucestershire. Forget the twee, manicured image of its neighbors. Stroud has grit, it's got art, and it's got a serious political edge. It's the sort of place where you'll find an Extinction Rebellion meeting happening next to a farmer's market that is, frankly, legendary. The vibe here is fiercely independent. Locals describe it as having a burnt-out hippie style, which I think is a compliment. It's not polished, and that's the point. Others called it champagne taste, beer money, which sums up the struggle of gentrification here. It's hilly, like really hilly. So if you hate cardio, jog on. But if you want organic sourdough, a strong community spirit, and don't mind a bit of scruffiness, Stroud is the coolest place to be in the Southwest. Just be prepared for the traffic at the Mary Walks roundabout. It's a soul destroyer. The numbers: median home price is £351,000, rent is estimated to be around £1,001 per month, household income is about £33,000, cost of living is moderate to high. Number 13 is the sensible choice that will make your accountant smile. Market Harborough in Leicestershire. This is the commuter's secret weapon. You're under an hour from London St. Pancras, but you're paying Midlands prices. It's affluent, it's safe, and it works. The town center's lovely, dominated by that old grammar school on stilts, and it's got enough shops that you don't need to trek into Leicester every weekend. But what's the catch? Well, locals reckon it might be a bit too quiet. It's expensive compared to surrounding cities, and let's be honest, the nightlife isn't exactly Ibiza. It's the kind of place where excitement is a new bakery opening. But for families, it's gold. The schools are top tier, the crime is low, and the trains run on time. It's the Volvo estate of towns, reliable, spacious, and unlikely to let you down. The numbers: median home price is £330,000, rent is £947 per month, Household income is £38,000, and cost of living is moderate. At number 12, we're in the Ribble Valley, or as I like to call it, the Cotswolds of the North. Clitheroe in Lancashire, it's where northern money goes to relax. It's got a castle right in the middle of town, because why not? And the food scene is ridiculous. We're talking about Michelin stars nearby and sausages that win national awards. It feels prosperous, well-heeled, and incredibly proud. However, it's not all Range Rovers and red trousers. Locals complain about the new housing estates popping up like a bad case of herpes. It's a victim of its own success, growing fast, and the traffic is starting to bite. There's also a bit of a paying for the postcode tax here. You spend more just to have Clitheroe on your address. But with the Forest of Bowland on your doorstep and Manchester a commute away, it's a class act. The numbers: median home price is £291,000, rent is approximately £786 per month, household income is £34,000, and cost of living is moderate. Number 11 is a history lesson you actually want to sit through. Bury St. Edmunds in Suffolk. It's technically a cathedral town, but it has the heart of a market town. It is stunning, properly beautiful architecture, the abbey gardens are glorious, and the air smells faintly of hops thanks to the Green King Brewery. It feels civilized. That's the word. Civilized. Locals generally rave about it, though they do warn about the Howard estate if you're looking to buy, suggesting it's a bit rougher around the edges. Comparing it to Ipswich, basically saying Bury is where you go if you want a vibrant town center rather than a ghost town. It's not cheap for East Anglia, and the connection to London isn't rapid. But if you work locally or remotely, it's a gem. Just watch out for the sugar beet smell in winter. It's an acquired taste. The numbers: median home price is £301,000, rent is around £1,157 per month, household income is around £32,000, cost of living is moderate. Cracking the top 10, we're back in the Cotswolds, but this is the capital, Cirencester in Gloucestershire. If you want the honey-colored stone but don't want to live in a village that shuts down at 4 p.m., this is it. It's got a university, a massive Roman history, and a very affluent vibe. It feels safe, wealthy, and established. But, and it's a big but, there is no train station. You are driving everywhere, mate. Locals bluntly call it boring if you're young, but some argue it's the perfect size. Big enough for amenities, small enough to care. The rental market here is absolutely brutal right now. Stock is non-existent, so if you're renting, bring a tent just in case. It's old money, wax jackets, and farmers markets. If you can afford the entry fee, it's a fortress of value. The numbers: median home price is £362,000. Rent is £1,100 plus per month. Household income is around £35,000. Cost of living is high. Number 9 is pure magic. Literally, they filmed Harry Potter here. Alnwick in Northumberland. This place is rugged, remote, and incredibly romantic. You've got the castle, the gardens, and Barter Books, arguably the best secondhand bookshop on the planet right in the old station. It feels miles away from the stress of the South. But let's talk about reality. It is dark in winter, like really dark, and isolated. Locals warn that while it tops the best place to live lists, it can be a bit parochial. If you crave city energy, you might go stir-crazy. Transport is an issue. You need a car to do basically anything. But for the price, you can buy a palace here for the price of a garage in Guildford. It's for those who want a slower, deeper pace of life. The numbers: median home price is £213,000, rent is £656 per month, household income is £29,000, cost of living is low. At number 8, it's the town that thinks it's in East London, Frome in Somerset. This place has famously flat-packed its democracy. Independents run the council, and it's a magnet for creatives, ex-Londoners, and anyone who owns a pair of dungarees. The vibe is buzzing, artistic, and slightly chaotic on market days. The Frome Independent Market is massive. But that popularity comes with friction. Locals complain that things close at weird times, and Monday feels like a ghost town. There's also the classic tension between the blown-ins from the city and the old-school locals. Prices have shot up, and traffic on those narrow medieval streets is a nightmare. But if you want a social life that revolves around art, coffee, and ethical living, Frome is the undisputed king. The numbers. Median home price is £380,000. Rent is about £966 per month. Household income is about $32K. Cost of living is high. We're getting into the heavy hitters now. The next town famously tried to print its own money. Number 7 is Totnes in Devon. If you own a crystal or have ever considered yodeling as therapy, you're probably already here. It's the alternative capital of the UK. It's got a high street that fights off chains, they famously ran Costa out of town, and a focus on sustainability that is genuinely inspiring. But it's a Marmite town. You love it or you hate it. Locals didn't mince words, calling it full of weirdo hippies. But others defend it as the most welcoming, community-focused place in Devon. It's expensive, though. The lifestyle premium is real. And if you're not into the whole new age vibe, you might find it a bit performative. But for 2026, as we all try to live a bit greener, Totnes is leading the way. The numbers, median home price is £410,000, rent is nearly £994 per month, household income is around £30,000, cost of living is high relative to wages. Number 6 is the gateway to the Dales, and officially one of the happiest places in the UK, Skipton in North Yorkshire. It balances being a working market town with being a tourist hub perfectly. You've got the castle, the canal, and the Dales right there. It feels friendly, proper northern friendly, where people actually talk to you at the bus stop. Residents confirm the happiness factor, mostly attributing it to the warm pork pies and good ale. However, some warned about the traffic on Keighley Road, calling it a nightmare. And yes, it floods. The bottom of town has had issues, so check those flood maps carefully. But for a mix of outdoorsy living and solid amenities, it's hard to beat. The numbers, median home price is £277,000, rent is approximately £832 per month, household income is roughly $31K, cost of living is moderate. Into the top 5, and we have the town that regularly doubles for Jane Austen novels, Stamford in Lincolnshire. It's ridiculously pretty. We're talking over 600 listed buildings of mellow limestone. It sits right on the A1, so the commute to London or Peterborough is a dawdle, making it a hot spot for the wealthy. It feels posh, polished, and preserved. But beauty has a price. Locals have a love-hate relationship with it. Some called it a boring dump and couldn't wait to leave for London, which proves you can't please everyone. The main gripe is parking. It's medieval, so good luck finding a space, and it can feel a bit like a bubble, insulated from the real world. But if you want your life to look like a period drama, Stamford is the set. The numbers, median home price is £345,000, rent is a pinching £1,417 per month, household income is £36,000, and cost of living is high. Number 4 is the sleeper hit of this list, Hexham in Northumberland. It's regularly voted the happiest place to live, and unlike some others, it's actually affordable. It's got a stunning abbey, a proper old Gael, and it's on the train line to Newcastle. It feels safe, community-driven, and unpretentious. Locals rave about the friendliness. People genuinely say hello in the street. There is a bit of a divide, though. The West End is posh, while the East is a bit grittier. But compared to the South, it's all a bargain. You get high-quality living, great schools, and fresh air for a fraction of the cost. In 2026, this is where the smart money is going for value. The numbers. Median home price is £200,000. Rent is approximately £653 per month. Household income is approximately £30K. Cost of living is low. Number 3 is for the foodies. Ludlow in Shropshire. This place was the original foodie town of the UK. It's packed with delis, butchers, and restaurants that take their ingredients very seriously. It's architecturally stunning, sitting on a cliff above the River Thames. The vibe is slow, relaxed, and a bit older. It's a retirement haven. But looking at Shropshire, there's a bit of a sting in the tail. A friend of mine mentioned that classism is rank in the town, with a sharp divide between the wealthy retirees and the locals working in the service industry. It's also not great for young people looking for a raucous night out. But if your ideal Saturday involves a heritage pork pie and a stroll around a castle, it is heaven on earth. The numbers. Median home price is £269,000. Rent is about £1,177 per month. Household income is around £32K, and cost of living is moderate. We're down to the final two. One is a northern powerhouse of value. The other is the ultimate southern status symbol. Just missing the top spot is Beverley in East Yorkshire. Think of it as a mini York, but without the stag do's ruining your Saturday afternoon. It's got a minster that rivals any cathedral, a racecourse, and the Westwood, a massive open pasture right on the edge of town where cows literally have right of way. It feels grand, but grounded. The value here is insane. You can get a stunning period property for significantly less than the national average. If you talk to locals, there's a funny rivalry where locals joke that to live in Beverley, you need to own at least 2 gilets. It's seen as the posh neighbor to Hull. And yes, parking is a nightmare, but the quality of life is undeniable. It's an affordable luxury. The numbers? Median home price is £225,000. Rent is around £688 per month. Household income is around £30,000, and cost of living is low to moderate. And finally, at number 1, the town that ticks every single box for 2026, Saffron, Walden in Essex. It's got the medieval looks, it's got the legendary schools, and it's got the location. Just a hop from the Cambridge tech hub and commute to London. It's wealthy, yes, but it's thriving. The market has been running since 1141, which is frankly showing off. The vibe is premium family living. However, locals do have a moan about the one-way system being annoying, and some note it lacks a bit of diversity. But for stability, investment growth, and sheer livability, it is the gold standard. It's not cheap, but the best things in life rarely are. The numbers. Median home price is £454,000. Rent is around £1,851 per month. Household income is £45K plus. Cost of living is high. So there you have it. 15 towns, 15 different ways to escape the rat race in 2026. Whether you want the $200K bargain in Hexham or the $450K dream in Saffron, Walden, the options are there. The exodus isn't over, folks. It's just got smarter. Which one of these would you actually pack your boxes for? Or did I miss your local gem and now you're fuming in the comments? Let me know down below. And if you found this useful, do me a massive favor, smash that like button and subscribe to Winds of Thought for more deep dives into where you should actually be living. Cheers for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.